Namaste. Hopefully he explains that to us in a few minutes, because I'm not quite sure what that means. His books and the Buddhist Boot Camp podcast offer secular mindfulness practice to help cultivate peace in the world, both within and around us. His intention is to awaken, enlighten, enrich, and inspire a simple and uncomplicated life. Sounds good to me. Before we begin, I invite you to turn your phones off or to silent as we enjoy this sacred time together. And now for the blessing of the land that we're on. Let's take a moment to be grateful for the land that our center rests upon. We are on Bay Miwok and Ohlone land. We honor the Bay Miwok and Ohlone people of today and are grateful for those who have stewarded this land before us. We commit to taking care of these sacred grounds and Mother Earth. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. Our vision in the world is, and let's say this together, we envision a spiritually awakened world where all life thrives in conscious oneness. And our mission is who we've come here to be. Let's say this together. We are a loving, inclusive community expanding and living our divinity in sacred service for all. And our core values are love, connection, service, and wisdom. Now, if you're here for the very first time and you're willing, would you raise your hand and let us acknowledge you? And we have a gift for you, a packet of information. Anybody here? Wonderful. Thank you. I think you're here on a very special day. Wow, guys, we have 3 people. Wonderful. We love having new people. Thank you, thank you. We welcome you to our book center, which is across the patio after service, for our Welcome Center bookstore and cafe, where we'll have coffee back there. And you have a welcome gift waiting for you in the bookstore. If you go up to the counter and tell them that you're new, we have a welcome gift for you. We hope you'll stay and visit with us after. So would you all raise your hand one more time, and everybody look around and notice who's new. And make a point after service to go up and welcome them, because we need multiple welcomes when we're new. So thank you for being here. There are connection cards in the seat pocket in front of you. They're for newcomers. That's in your packet, actually. But for all of the rest of you, if you want to let us know you're here today. You can also submit a prayer request, and our prayer team will be praying with you throughout the week. You can also give us feedback, what you like, what you don't like, and anything you'd like to see here at Unity. Please place those cards in the offering basket at the end of the service. Now, I have a few announcements to make of things that are going on. You will have an opportunity to learn more about today's guest, best-selling author and founder of the Buddhist Camp, today at 2 p.m. Timber Hawkeye leads us to explore mindfulness as the gap between the impulse and the response. In today's session, we'll explore the difference between feelings and emotions. Does anybody have that one down yet? Feelings and emotions. Okay. The distinction between truth and fact, and the many beliefs of inner peace. Buddhist Boot Camp is not about creating a bubble where nobody pushes your buttons. You guys identified what those are yet? It's good to know them. It's all about cultivating a mindset where your buttons cannot be pushed. After all, mindfulness doesn't make others less irritating. What does it do? It makes us less irritable. Enjoy thought-provoking talk and discussion and question and answer focused on emotional clarity, compassion, intentional living. Don't miss this free opportunity to deepen your spiritual practice this afternoon. Now, celebrate Pride Month with us with the Interfaith Council of Contra Costa at our Blessing and Bold gathering this Tuesday, June 24th at 6:45 p.m. The event welcomes congregation and individuals of all faith and traditions to come together in love, unity, affirmation of the LGBTQIA+ community. Enjoy a simple soup dinner and discussion, stories of video, music, poetry, and a ceremony on our labyrinth. Come and be a part of the sacred celebration of healing, pride, and interfaith solidarity. Please sign up on the patio or by emailing the office so we know how much soup to make. Now, would you like to experience more joy, abundance, and inner peace? Join Laurel Patterson for her Magic of Gratitude class starting on July the 7th at 7 p.m. Come discover how a simple daily gratitude practice can help you feel more uplifted, abundant, and in sync with life. It's based on The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. This inspiring class features real-life stories and easy-to-follow exercises to help you align with the frequency of gratitude and transform your life from the inside out. And Live on the Lawn is back. Yes! It was so much fun last month. If you guys missed it, it was so much fun. One of the dances they did had us doing fans going 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did it so hard, I bruised my finger. But it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it was fun. So I encourage you to come for another round of experience with another band. This concert will be another fundraiser, July the 12th at 6:30. We're excited to feature the Last Minute Band and their high energy soul and R&B vibrations. Be entertained while enjoying a picnic on the lawn. You can bring your own picnic, or you can pre-order a delicious taco bar dinner. Is that going to be like in a box, Lisa, or is there going to have a taco bar here?
You get to pick the things you want in your tacos or burritos or your bowl.
As you're doing it, or ahead of time?
No, you just that day, that night.
The taco bar is going to be here, and you're going to go up and tell them what you want. Okay. That was really cool that we did something like that recently.
Yeah.
Yes, it was so much fun. Concert tickets and optional taco bar dinner may be purchased in the bookstore or on our website. Children's tickets are free. Non-alcoholic beverages and tickets for the always popular wine pool will be available. We're going to have non-alcoholic wine pool?
No.
Is that what that meant? No, thank you, Lisa. They're all in one sentence, and it was run on, so I wasn't quite sure. Because I'm not sure I'd do a wine pool for a non-alcoholic beverage. Okay, anyway, that's going to be at the event.
This year we are not selling beverages to drink that are alcoholic. We are selling non-alcoholic beverages.
We are so.
The wine pool is separate, which is a raffle where you get a
So if you want something to drink at all, you're going to sell it. Or you bring your own.
Either way.
Either way. Okay, you guys got that? Good. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go within. Okay. As we prepare for our time of meditation, please join me in taking a conscious breath together. And now affirming our statement of faith. Together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, the all-loving goodness of God. We'll begin with music, followed by guided meditation and 10 minutes of silence.
And as always, if you wish to sing along with me, please do, if that helps you sink down into meditation, whatever is best for you. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. There is peace. There is peace.
Just let the music wash over you. And let each cell in your body absorb the music and the words you just experienced. And just let go of everything in the outside world. And let the music just move through you. There is stillness and there is peace. And as you let the sound of the music and the words move deeply into your soul, let it join together with the love that you are. Be present right here and let go of everything else. And know that you are love. And know that you are peace. And that know that you have the power of the universe to express your love and your peace to our world. And as we move into the silence, take these words with you. Peace and love, be still. Peace and love, be still. Peace and love, be still. And as we move back into the room, please know that you are surrounded by love and peace, and that you can always find the peace and love that is within you, within a couple breaths of silence, and that you can express this love to the world around you. And so it is.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is love. There is peace. There is love. There is peace.
Good morning. There was a boy a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. But then one day, one magic day, he passed my way, and as we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you'll ever learn is
good thing I'm not singing because I can't follow that. You wanted to know what I meant by the opposite of namaste, right? Well, namaste is typically defined, it is a greeting, and it is defined as the God in me, or the love in me, or the goodness in me, the divinity in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the divinity in you, right? We all know that, and that's easy to do when you're standing in front of someone who is kind and loving and gentle. That's easy. Oh, namaste. But what happens when you're standing in front of a jerk? It's a little more difficult to go, namaste, jerk. And yet, I've been a jerk before. I've been mindless, I've been inconsiderate, either deliberately or unintentionally. And I think when we witness someone acting out of the ego within them, or greed, or hatred, or ignorance, I wish there was a term, not that we could say out loud, mind you, but internally, when I witness someone doing anything, I can go, oh, the ego in me sees the ego in you. And it eliminates judgment, right? Because I've been there, I've been a jerk before, I've been rude. And so, for as far back as time, I mean, singers and songwriters and poets and philosophers have all tried to define love. And I think the Dalai Lama nailed it when he said, love is the absence of judgment. It's that simple. Love is the absence of judgment. If you're thinking about what is standing between me and my ability to love the person in front of me, it's judgment. Or what's standing between me and being able to love myself? It's judgment. And when you remove judgment, all that's left is love. And so I don't think we need to do anything so much as we need to stop doing certain things that get in the way of love, of happiness, of joy, of fulfillment. And a little bit of background, I am technically Jewish, ordained Buddhist. My mantra is Hindu, and my morning meditation is the Catholic prayer of St. Francis. And my altar has St. Francis on it, Jesus, the Buddha, and they get along just fine, I promise. And is anyone not familiar with the prayer of St. Francis? Anyone never heard of it? Oh, a couple people. All right, well, I will share it with you the way it was, quote unquote, originally written or intended, and how it's typically heard, and then I'll tell you what I changed about it. So the prayer is addressed to God, and many people are not comfortable with the word God, so you can substitute it with universe or energy or Gus, God, universe, spirit. I have a friend who sends all his prayers out to Bob. Whatever works for you. It's a way for us to address, as I said, there's a God within and there's an ego within. And so when I address any prayer to God or any meditation, anything, I talk to the God within me. And it starts out by saying, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury, pardon. Where there's doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Where there's darkness, light. Where there's sadness, joy. Grant that I shall not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, or to be loved as to love. For it's in giving that we receive, it's in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it's in dying to this idea, this concept of a separate self, that we are born to eternal life. And I've been sitting with that meditation since I was 16 years old. And it took me a long time to truly understand it, and I needed to make a modification to it. So like I said, you typically sit with it first thing in the morning, and I would sit there every day and saying, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. And that felt detrimental to feeling empowered to do anything, because every day I started my day saying, please, please make me something that I'm not. Does that make sense? And And it just felt like I started at the bottom all the time, like, please, please. It's like praying for strength, which implies you don't have it, as opposed to saying thank you for the strength, which acknowledges that God didn't make a mistake with you, didn't shortchange you. You say thank you for the strength, you're tapping it into its unlimited supply. But when you say give me strength, you're essentially saying, poor me, I have no strength. Give it to me. I don't think prayer is a chance to ask for anything. It's just an opportunity to thank. Whatever we've got, my friend's mantra is, for all that has happened, thank you, and for all that is yet to come, yes. So starting my everyday saying, make me an instrument of that peace, didn't feel empowering. Especially if you can imagine sitting with it every day for 8 years and still feeling like I'm not there yet. So one day I just changed it. And I said, Lord, I am an instrument of your peace. And it was terrifying. I was like, oh my gosh, that feels like a really big job. Like, I'm an instrument of God's peace. What do I do with that? Relax, Timber. The prayer goes on. Where there's hatred, let me sow love. Where there's injury, pardon. Where there's doubt, faith. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how we can be instruments of peace. But I still misunderstood it. I thought my job was to go out in the world, and wherever there's hatred, sow love. Wherever there's injury, pardon. Where there is doubt. So I changed the prayer again. And I added the word within. Where there's hatred within, I shall sow love. Where there's injury, pardon. Where there's doubt, faith. Where there's despair, hope. Where there's darkness, light. Where there's sadness, joy. And it's not grant that I shall not so much seek, but I shall not seek to be consoled as to console. It's very empowering. It just changes the entire dynamic. And I felt so ready to start doing the work in here. Because this is the only thing we can control. We can't change anyone else. I'm sure you've tried. How's that working out for you? And so I started a lot of work internally. I actually grew up in the Bay Area, went to high school in San Francisco, and became a paralegal. I worked at a law firm in San Francisco for 5 years, Seattle for 5 years. And one day at the law firm, one of the other paralegals was celebrating her 30-year anniversary at the firm. And the fact that she celebrated 30 years in a cubicle terrified me. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew right there and then what I didn't want. And I think knowing what you don't want is a very, perhaps equally helpful navigation tool. And I sold everything I ever owned, everything I thought would define me as successful. I had the condo, the sports car, the designer clothes, the designer furniture. I had it all, including anxiety and depression. And I got rid of all of it. And I moved to Hawaii with just a backpack and a volleyball net. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that whatever job was offered or whatever opportunity presented itself, I'm going to pause and cross-reference the opportunity with my core values. Gandhi said that happiness, true happiness, is when your thoughts, your words, and your actions are all in alignment. They're all in harmony. And people constantly want to live at peace with the world, but they're not at peace with themselves. They say one thing, they do another, they believe one thing, but their purchases claim the opposite. And so I had to look within and go, what are my core values? And when you think of any church, business, website, anywhere you go, you typically go to the About section, and it says, this is who we are. Here are our core values. Here's our mission statement. Here's our vision statement. And we, as the public, hold them accountable to operate in line with their core values. No one's upset with Walmart for not being altruistic. They never claimed to be altruistic, right? They said, we're going to sell you the cheapest stuff at the lowest cost possible. We don't care if it's made by children. We don't care if it's toxic. It's going to be cheap, and we're going to sell it to you. And then you have the option to either shop there or not. And I look at it and I'm like, fair enough. You're doing exactly what you said you were going to do. And so what if you had your own website, your firstname, lastname.com? What would your core values be? What would your mission statement be? And are you living in line with it? And there's so much to do here with ourselves before we start worrying about anybody else. The reason I called Well, I speak at a different church pretty much every Sunday, and some of them are on rotation, and sometimes it's my first time, like today, speaking somewhere. And typically, when it's my first time speaking at a church, I ask everyone, don't worry, how many of you believe in God? And most people raise their hand. And then I go, how many of you worry? And everyone raises their hand, see? And you realize you can't do both. Because the moment you worry, you've dropped your faith in God. And so I use worrying or concern or anything as an indicator like, hey, pick up your faith again. You dropped it off. I was at a guided meditation exercise many years ago. And when I was asked today to give a title to the talk, which is really strange for me to, because I don't know what I'm going to say until I say it, just as a heads up. And so when they asked me for a title, I was like, I don't know, let's call it responsibility. And the reason I chose that is because everything really points to that. Mindfulness is really about that pause between impulse and response. And at that guided meditation exercise, we were all asked to close our eyes. Don't worry, we're not going to do it now. And we were asked to think back to the saddest moment in our lives, whatever that may be. Could be the moment someone close to you passed away. Could be the moment your dog ran away. Could be when you're going through a divorce or heartache, whatever sad moment comes to mind. And we're all sitting there. It's a room full of people. And we were guided to think back to who was with us at the time. What were we wearing? The colors, the sounds, the texture of that moment. And the deeper we went into that thought, that memory, you can see from the back of the room, people's postures started to slouch. Some people started tearing, started crying, started having those feelings all over again. Then we were asked to think back to the happiest time in our lives. Could be the moment we got the puppy. Could be the moment we got married. Could be the moment you got divorced. I don't know what your happy memory is. But the moment we thought back to our happy memory, our postures straightened up and smiles began to form in our faces. And the power behind that exercise was that we were in complete control of how we felt. We didn't move a muscle, and through nothing more than the power of our thought, we could make ourselves happy or we could make ourselves miserable. And as Carlos Castaneda said, the amount of work is the same. And yet, even though we have complete control over this, we often take that power and we give it to someone else. How many times have you said, you make me feel, or I can't help the way I feel? Both of those are ways to identify as a victim. Poor me, I can't help the way I feel, or you make me feel, here's all my power, I'm going to give it to you. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And I not only agree, I believe no one can make you feel anything without your consent. You can say something extremely offensive to me, and then I have a choice to either be offended or not. The power is here. Or I can give that power to you, and then I'm the victim. Does that make sense? I know it's easier to blame other people. But what's really interesting, when we blame other people, we then wait for them to also fix the problem. So see how we just don't take any accountability or responsibility. We make it someone else's fault for breaking it, and then we make it their fault for fixing it. It's very convenient. So what I love about Buddhism, because the book was the second one, it's called Faithfully Religionless, because I have a tremendous amount of faith, but it's not in any organized religion, and I don't think we need religion in order to be ethical. We all have a moral compass within us. And what I love about Buddhism is it holds up a mirror to you and reflects right back to you where you feel dis-ease and where you feel joy, where you feel empowered and where you feel small, where you feel big. There are no rules, there are no commandments, there are invitations. Aware of what's going on internally. If this doesn't feel good, don't do it. If this causes harm to yourself or to someone else, find another way to do it. So that pause, which is where we choose how we respond rather than react to the world. I want to share a story with you because I think I have time to do it. It's a story that my teacher shared with me many years ago, and it's helped me a lot. And I never shared it publicly. I haven't shared it publicly for a long time because it sounds almost like a children's story. a little silly, but when COVID happened and I started doing one-on-one sessions with people over Zoom, I felt inclined one day to share it with the person I was talking to. I figured if it doesn't land, it doesn't land. It's just me and them. And it landed so well and resonated so much, the person I was talking to made me promise that when I go on my next book tour, I share it with the whole world. And I've been doing it ever since, and I try to always squeeze it in. In India, they have what is called a bazaar. The closest thing you and I can relate it to is like an outdoor farmer's market or like a flea market. So not a store, not a mall, but an outdoor market with tables and booths and red dirt, blue sky, selling anything and everything from fruits and vegetables to fish and flowers to spices and colorful saris, fabric blowing in the wind. And it's India. There's a lot of people. It's hot. It's aromatic. It's loud. It's incredible and busy. And they thought, this is so good. Let's add more. Let's have a celebratory parade that goes through the market. And it's India. We have to have elephants. And the elephants are covered in fabric and bells. The problem was when the elephants were walking through the market, every time they saw bananas or mangoes or papayas, they would reach for it with their trunks and shove it in their mouth and reach for the bananas. And they're breaking things. They're knocking things over. They're eating inventory the vendors clearly can't afford to do without. So they tried to figure out, how can we have the market and the parade and the elephants, but none of the chaos? And that's when they realized that if you give the elephant a stick of bamboo to bite down and chew on at the beginning of the market, because they love bamboo and they just chew on it, they'll walk through the entire market gracefully, and they're not going to reach for the bananas or the papaya. They're just going to walk right past because they already got their bamboo. They're good. If at any point the person walking next to the elephant sees that the elephant is reaching for the bananas, he doesn't get mad at the elephant for being an elephant. He's just doing what elephants do. Doesn't get mad at the vendor. How dare you distract my elephant? Just doing what vendors do. When he sees that the elephant is reaching for the bananas, he just goes, oh, must have dropped his bamboo stick. So he picks up the stick, gives it back to the elephant, and the elephant can walk gracefully through the rest of the market. And that's how my teacher taught me what a mantra is. Most of us hear the word mantra and we think of a chant in some foreign exotic language that we repeat to ourselves on the meditation cushion, burning incense, going Nam Myoho Renge Kyo or Om Mani Padme Om. And it is, but that's not what he was talking about. Or transcendental meditation, where they're like, give us a few $1,000s and we're going to give you your own unique mantra, but you can't tell anyone what it is. That's not what he was talking about. He said a mantra is your grounding truth. It's your North Star. And I can't give you a mantra. I can't tell you what it should be. But I can tell you, if I was perhaps having a conversation with a teenage girl, and she was born and raised to believe that she is a child of God, and as such, she is beautiful, she is perfect, she is complete, she is whole, and one day, someone is going to find her irresistible. That is her truth. And she goes through life believing this truth. I am beautiful, I am perfect, I'm complete. One day, someone's going to find me irresistible. And that's her truth. That's her North Star. She goes through life. She believes it. I am beautiful. I am made in God's image. Someone's going to find me irresistible. Until she gets on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, I'm so ugly. I'm so unattractive. No one's ever going to love me. And I'm doing this because it's just like the elephant reaching for the bananas. Why? Because she dropped her bamboo stick. She dropped her mantra. And so we don't blame TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. We actually say, thank you for reminding me that I dropped my bamboo stick, to pointing me back onto my path. And I would go as far as to say, we all have a mantra. Problem is, most people's mantra is life sucks. And they repeat it to themselves over and over again, and then they look at the world and the world reaffirms it for them, and they go, see, I told you life sucks, because we create that experience for ourselves. And so, go home, write down your core values, write down your mission statement, your vision statement, and then write down the kind of life you're leading and who you are, the choices you make, and you'll see where you have work to do. No one's telling you what to change or how to change or who to be. You are inviting yourself to be to be in alignment with who you want to be, with who you believe you can be. then you live in harmony with yourself, and only then can you live at peace with others. Because they're all just trying to be happy. If you're looking at someone and go, why are they doing that? Why are they wearing that? Why? Because they think that's going to lead to them being happy. That's the only reason any of them does anything. And so I see the God in you, and I see the ego in you, and the God in me loves the whole of you, ego and all. Figure out what your mantra is. Change it if you need to. It's not just for the morning and the afternoon. Keep it in your back pocket. You're going to need it. Decide what kind of person you want to be. We don't find ourselves. We create ourselves. Today at 2 o'clock, we're going to meet back here. We're going to have a full hour and a half discussion about the difference between feelings and emotions and empowering and the countless benefits of mindfully living at peace with the world, within ourselves and others. And so it doesn't cost anything. Anyone can come. It's always interesting because I have no idea what's going to happen, or it's magical. So I hope you come. In between, I'm going to be back there. Thank you. Thank you for... I don't work for applause. I work for a cause. I took the monastic vows back in 2008, and everything I do is with the intention to share what has enriched my life so much with others. And even the books, I have them. It's not for profit. It's every time you get one, another one's donated to the Prison Library Project, the Veteran Health Administration, and the Mental Health Association. And it's just been incredible. I had no idea this is where life was going to take me. Again, I just moved to Hawaii with a backpack. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to end up living in a monastery. I didn't know I was going to end up talking here today. I'm sweating buckets. This is the farthest thing from what I want to be doing. But it's not about me. Timber wants to be in Hawaii playing volleyball. That's what Timber wants to do. But it's not about me. And I'm convinced that one day, scientists are going to discover what's at the center of the universe, and many people are going to be so disappointed to find out it's not them. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to stand and hear the next talk. I think it'll be totally different than the one he just did. I am so amazed and so grateful. He left, so he's not going to hear my gratitude right now. But I know you're all so grateful that you came this morning to hear him speak. Amazing. Amazing. Whew. Our prayer chaplains are available after service to provide a very special personal prayer support. If you're one of our prayer chaplains serving today, would you please identify yourselves with the lovely lavender stoles? Please stand. Yes. And if you have a prayer or concern on your heart today, please reach out to one of our prayer chaplains and let them pray with you. Now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to take and prepare your gifts as we align with the universal law of circulation, which is, as we give, we shall receive. In truth, there is no lack and there's no limitation. Abundance is our true nature. For your convenience, there's many ways that you can give financially to this community, and they're all shown on the screen in front of you. We encourage everyone to set up regular automatic giving to Unity by using your bank's free bill pay service. And now let's go within our hearts. I invite you to take your tithes and your love offering and repeat our affirmation together. Divine love one with me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am joy-filled and grateful. Thank you. We are. I see that. It's in here. I love that. I just have to look.
You've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith or pandemonium liable to walk up on the screen. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative, and hang on to that affirmative, but don't you mess with Mr. In Between. Yeah. That's Mark Ricky, y'all. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said you've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to that affirmative. Don't you mess with Mr. In Between. Here we go, bass. That's Dustin Park, please, y'all. Listen, don't act like you don't know him. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in that old ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man, they said we've got to accentuate the positive and eliminate the negative and latch on to that affirmative, but don't mess with Mr. In Between. Oh, no, no, don't mess. Oh, child, I said don't you mess. You better not mess. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. or Ms. or Mrs. or anybody in between. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a blessing. And speaking of blessings, let's bless our offering. Now let's open. Oh, thank you. You right? Okay, now let's open our hearts to the practice of giving. I invite you to pair your gifts with a line with a circle. Did we do that part already? We're ready to give thanks? Okay, I'm, jumping around. As we bless. I have my script. Thank you, God. This offering.
I hate scripts.
Well, I need it, apparently. We bless this offering. We bless the giver. We bless the receiver. May it go forth and multiply, increase in the good in our lives and those that we touch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And together, we give thanks for the ever-increasing absolute flow of our lives now. Thank you. Thank you for your help. You guys are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I was so impressed by that talk. I think yes, I'm just so impressed. He didn't talk long, but what he said was important. And I have a commitment this afternoon. I can't come back. So I want you guys to tell me next week what he does. I'm so sorry I can't be here. So our children meet during the 11:30 service, but let's bless our children and teachers now. Children, youth, and teachers, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the light within you. Thank you.
All right, we're going to sing our closing song. Please rise in body or rise in spirit. And if you like to hold hands, check with your neighbor, make sure they like to hold hands too. Here we go. Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present is what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one choice unites us. Let this be the one. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
The love and the peace on earth right now. So let your light shine and have fun and spread joy. Thank you for being here.